Hi everyone, my name is Erin Elizabeth Warenberg. Thank you so much for choosing to be here with me today. I'm really excited because this year I've decided to do a pick a card tarot reading for each new moon and full moon. So I love working with the moon. I've been working with it for many years, and I think the new moon and full moon is a really powerful time to us to get connected to ourselves, to tap into what we know is true, get clear about things in our lives. So I'm really excited to be doing this for you. So how it's going to work is I'll put a picture, 3 piles, 1, 2, or 3. You pick the one that resonates with you, and I'll just give you a little mini reading about that. And you can just take a minute and make your selection. Don't overthink it. Just kind of go with your gut feeling. And then when you're ready, the timestamps are below. Hi everyone, this is for everyone who picked group number 1. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said in the intro, I'm gonna go through your tarot and then your oracle cards. Okay, so we're starting with 7 of Swords, Temperance, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 3 of Cups, 8 of Swords, and Page of Wands. Okay, so again, this is a reading for new moon in Capricorn. If you come and it's not a new moon in Capricorn, your intuition guided you here, there might be a message here for you, so keep that in mind. But just moving forward, first thing what I see here is recently I see 7 of Swords, Temperance, and King of Swords. There was kind of some betrayal energy in your life, and then rebalancing and then setting new boundaries around it. So nobody likes to see the 7 of Swords. You know, it's like getting played, getting tricked, all of those wonderful things. But the good thing with 7 of Swords is it shows us where our boundaries need to be stronger. And it doesn't mean that we're responsible for what someone did to us, for that this person took our things and left. It means that maybe the boundary is you need to forgive yourself. Maybe the boundary is you shouldn't beat yourself up so much anymore because of something someone did to you. Now this could be a big event that happened, or it could just be maybe you hit your limit. Maybe you realized, wow, I've actually been doing way too many things that cross my boundaries that don't feel good to me, and now I'm paying attention to that. And then when we have Temperance energy next to it, it shows me that with this 7 of Swords, there's some betrayal, some boundaries crossed, and Temperance is all about restoring balance. It's about restoring harmony. It's about, filling the cups back and forth, understanding which needs to fulfill you, which things need to be rebalanced. Sometimes, you have to take a moment and just step in the water here and just regroup and recenter. And that's what we're doing. And then when you come from the other side, right, we have the King of Swords. So we still have Swords energy here. So swords are all about boundary setting. So when we have the King of Swords here, we can understand that it is time for you to set boundaries, right? This guy's pretty serious. He's pretty like, here I am in my kingdom. And he has his sword very clearly ready to be like, no, yes, no, yes. And so I see, one message for you for this new moon is, where do you need to look at your boundaries? Where have you been crossed that, and it could even be you not showing up for yourself, which no judgment. We all do that. We all have these great big dreams or these plans, and then we don't, really follow through with them necessarily, which is fine. But where do you need to restore more balance in your life? Like, where does your life get out of balance? Where have you been getting scammed by yourself or by someone else? Where do you need to restore that balance? And then how do you plan to move forward with that? Okay, and then we move into the next, and we have Page of Pentacles here with the King of Pentacles, here with the Ace of Wands. So this is really amazing energy for you. What I see coming up for you with this new moon is you had an idea. That's Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is about, like, because Pentacles is the suit of abundance, not just physical abundance, but all abundance. You have this idea and you're kind of like looking at your hand like, oh my God, this is so amazing. It's so shiny. It's so new. It's a new great thing for me. And if you haven't seen the fruits of your labor yet, it's coming. That's what we're seeing with the King of Pentacles. Excuse me. And so we can see that this idea right next to it, what's coming up next, is this King of Pentacles. So there is abundance for you here. A lot of these ideas will lead to fruition if you keep going. A lot of times we get so focused that this is our reality when we start with an idea that we don't even make it to this point. We don't give it the chance to come to fruition. We don't give it the chance to become what it is trying to be. We don't give it the chance to make the fruit of our labors be seen by us, because we think it's about our timeline, it's about us, it's about what I want. But the truth is, if we just keep going, eventually you're going to see the results of what you want and what you're working towards. So I see right now, if you have this idea, if you haven't seen the fruits of your labor yet, this is a strong message to keep going, to keep moving forward, and you will turn from the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. And then pairing this with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is about new ideas coming in, new energy. So I see this abundance you're going to get from the King of Pentacles. That is going to lead you to have even more visions of what you want to do, creating brand new things, right? You have to have money to make money, is how the saying goes. And part of that is true in terms of, you can definitely do what you want to be doing now from where you are. But of course, when we have all of our needs met, when we have abundance met, we don't have to worry about our bills or things like that. That frees us up to then create more things in our life, to create more patterns, to, just create a reality that feels even better for us. And so here's what's saying: if you're struggling, you have this vision, you're struggling, keep going, keep sticking with it. It's going to be worth it. And then it is going to free you up to even be more thoughtful and abundant and open in how you move forward and what things you choose to bring into your life. So stick with it, is what I'm hearing from this one. Okay, and then last message, we have Three of Cups and Eight of Swords and Page of Wands. So again, with another page here, I think, you're kind of on, there might be some energy feeling like you're brand new, or you don't know what's going on, or it doesn't feel totally doable yet. That's okay. Stick with it. New moons are, of course, about new beginnings. They're about harnessing that energy to move forward. They're about, every master was once a student. And so it's about knowing that you need to show up for yourself. You owe it to yourself to show up for yourself and to keep seeing your vision forward. And, the thing that kills the most dreams is people stopping, or people, not moving forward with what they want. And with that, we're not saying like, if you have a change of heart or you get different guidance to do something else, then of course do that. But if you work for one day and you don't see the results you want overnight, okay, this is what we're talking about. You have to stay with it. You have to move forward. You have to keep going. So Three of Cups, I see maybe some trust issues here. This Three of Cups with the Eight of Swords right next to it. So again, maybe you're still feeling a little burned or a little stressed out from this Seven of Swords energy here, of just like, how can I trust anyone again? How can I have fun in my life again? How can I whatever? And I think Eight of Swords is really beautiful because it really shows us the ways that, we're making fear real, false evidence appearing real, right? So this person, you see they're tied up, they have the swords all around them, but no one's holding the swords. No one's doing any fearful things towards them. No one is around them to like stab them with the sword, to take the sword, right? It's just all in their mind. They're wrapped up in their mind. You see, even this is kind of like loosely tied around them. They could probably just wiggle their way out if they want. So this card just really talks about, paired with this, stop doubting your blessings. You've gone through things, you've done things, you've paid your dues, you've done what you need to do to be able to enjoy your time here with your friends, enjoy celebrations in your life. And then again, when you do that, more page energy, more Page of Wands energy, more new ideas, more moving forward, more creativity. Just when you feel safe and secure in your body and you allow yourself to enjoy things that are in your life, then you're going to be able to feel more comfortable moving forward and, exploring, right? There's the pyramids by the sky, right? So you're going to feel more comfortable moving forward and trusting yourself and trusting the energy and the people that are around you to take care of yourself, to show up for you. You don't need to be so fearful of things that have happened in your past, right? It's over, you can let it go. And I know easier said than done, but just baby steps, just celebrate small with your friends, right? This isn't like a huge house party, it's just 3 people. So just celebrating small things, celebrating your everyday wins, celebrating things that just make you feel alive and connected, is going to keep serving your energy here. Because I see, again, you have a lot of just stop bringing the past into the present is what I want to tell you to. Stop making this thing happened and it was fucked up and now you're moving forward, and that's fine, and you can do that. And so just really trusting your ideas, trusting who feels comfortable to you, trusting who you want to celebrate with, who feels like a good match for you, a good person for you, continuing to do that in your life, and really thinking about, what are the ways that I am making fear real that I don't need to at this time in my life right now? What are the ways that I I'm denying my own abundance? What are the ways I'm denying like love and grace and care towards myself? That's what I'm hearing a lot in this reading too. Okay, let's go with your oracle cards. Okay, so we have, okay, the Angel Prince of the South. I let go of all pain and tension as I float into the sea of divine love. Beautiful. So this card I think is really echoing what I'm talking about here. Stop making it real, right? Stop making some of these fearful things real. Stop making it seem like you have to punish yourself, like you can't enjoy your life. Just, I let go of all the pain and tension as I float in the sea of divine love. How beautiful, right? Just kind of releasing. Yeah, so that message coming very clearly. This one too, the front says liberating love. And then the back says, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Can't really see that. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. So I think, again, really echoing this point, if you are walls up, scared of everything, really nervous, then that's the reality you're going to create in your life. So you got to kind of work and break that down so you can feel comfortable, you can feel confident, you can feel clear about who you are and how you're showing up to the world. Okay, and then last two, we have the Otter card for initiations. Be open through this transitional time. And then we have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything aligned must go. So I love these two cards. They both talk about, it's really interesting to have the Otter here when we had the Temperance earlier in your reading. We're thinking about, movement and water and kind of going with the flow with things. And initiations, be open through this transitional time, and then lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything aligned must go. I think this is really amazing. This is really, a lot of times when we want to get to the next level of our life, we have to set boundaries. We have to get clear about things that were not working for us. Okay, things that were not the best for us in the past that are coming up. And so when we do that, you have to understand sometimes things fall away. Sometimes things don't stick around. Sometimes things are painful. Sometimes things don't feel good. That's totally normal. And it's, like it or hate it, it's part of the process of being on earth. So when you do have this initiation, when you do have a time in your life when you're going through something or when things feel bad or uncomfortable, just remember that anytime we're growing, it's uncomfortable. Even if it's something that we want, it can be uncomfortable. And then I love this card because it's reminding you, lift the veil. So stop buying into these illusions. Stop buying into things that aren't serving you. Stop buying into things that don't feel the best for you, that you might feel a little discouraged, or you're trying to cling to something from part of your life that can't go with you as you move to the next chapter of your life now. So remember, set boundaries. I hear that very clearly. Who do you want to be? How do you want to move forward with that? Set boundaries, allow your abundance, and kind of recognize when there's situations in your life that maybe you thought you had to be fearful and scared of, but you don't actually have to anymore. Okay, I hope that serves you. Happy new moon. If you ever want any more information about me, all of that is linked below, and I wish you all the best. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Everyone Pick group number 2 for your reading. Happy new moon in Capricorn. The moon is a great time to set intentions, to work with things you want to bring into your life. And so these are just some messages that might help you as you think about what you want to call in or journal about or reflect on for this new moon. Okay, first I'm going to go through your tarot, then we have your oracle cards afterwards. Okay, opening your reading, we have Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. 6 of Cups. 7 of Swords. Temperance. 6 of Wands. The Star. And the High Priestess. Okay, I see a lot of high vibrational energy in this reading. I see Yeah, just abundance, a lot of abundance. So if you want to call in some type of something, the first thing I want to say to you is do not be shy about it. Do not try to tone down your dream or think you're asking for too much or anything like that. This is telling me to tell you to please ask for your heart's desires. Do not water it down. Do not be afraid of it. Ask for what you want. Okay, so opening a reading, we have Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and then Nine of Cups. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So Ace of Cups, of course, is about overflow energy. It's about abundance. It's about, your cup literally runneth over, right? It's about tuning into your sixth sense, tuning into some of that intuition to guide you as you make decisions and what you want to do moving forward. We can see that there's 5 streams of water. We'll focus. Which represent kind of like your 5 senses, and then the cup, and then this dove coming down with some higher energy representing like your intuition. So your 5 senses are tuned in, you know what's going on, but you really need to look at your intuition and you really need to take that into account with your decision making. So if you're trying to decide something in your life, or you're trying to move forward with something, a message for you I'm hearing is to don't overthink it. Go with your gut. Even if it doesn't make logical sense, sometimes our intuition can guide us in a way that our logical senses can't. Our intuition can take us somewhere and show us something, or it can be a step in the process that we need to do. While eventually it'll make sense, but in this moment, we don't have all the pieces. Our intuition is really God's guidance for us to choose something that can serve us and can, be there for us or guide us through the right thing that we wouldn't choose by ourselves. So when you do that, look at how beautiful this is. It's going to move into the Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles is about Pentacles is about abundance. Page of Pentacles is a new idea. So you're going to be blessed with a new idea, a new thought, a new way of doing something that maybe you hadn't thought of before, maybe felt like impossible, or like, how can I do this? And then that's going to result in, look at this. Look at that guy. Right? So 9 of Cups, we see him. You're going to have a lot of options. So a lot of choices, a lot of ideas, a lot of things overflowing. But the problem is, don't get stubborn. Okay. You see this guy, hands across his chest. He's a little pissed off. Like, what are you doing? Okay. So this is telling me, trust that intuition, trust what it brings you with the ideas, but don't get so overwhelmed or stubborn or triggered or whatever's going on that you don't even tap into any of those ideas. God is blessing you with this abundance of ideas, with all these thoughts, so that you can take action on them. And so you can move forward with what you want to be doing. When you block yourself, when you feel overwhelmed, that's when we can kind of push away our own blessings. We can kick our own blessings away. So this is saying, evaluate your options, but don't turn your back completely on them all. There isn't one that's totally perfect for you. That's okay. Just take a deep breath, refocus. But when you trust your intuition, that's what I'm hearing a lot for you this lunar month. Trust your intuition to bring you, some new ideas and some new ways of moving forward with what you want in your life. If something isn't happening, maybe asking yourself, how can I bring more of my intuition into this? How can I listen to myself more? What have I been doing logically that maybe I could open up to doing a little bit more intuitively? Okay, then we have 6 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and Temperance. Okay, this is really beautiful. 6 of Cups is an inner child card. So I feel like you're still healing some inner child stuff. Maybe you've been a little more triggered about it than you have in the past, or maybe it's a new layer of it, or maybe, I don't know, something's happening where, there's kind of this a little betrayal about it. So there's a little bit of, we see this beautiful innocence here on the 6 of Cups. We see just like beautiful flowers in the cups, 2 kids back and forth, right? And then, a little bit of betrayal, a little bit of what happened, someone feeling like someone took something from you, feeling like someone, you didn't have a say in it. They just kind of took something from you. So just really, this is telling me, really hold space for that. And with Temperance, it's about finding balance. Don't pretend like it didn't happen. Don't pretend like you're just over it overnight. Really call in balance into your life. Really give yourself permission to hold space for yourself, to understand, I deserve to recreate balance and peace and harmony in my life. And a lot of times, a lot of the stories we have as adults are connected to our inner child pain. They're connected to the things that have happened to us that don't feel the best, that are a little traumatic, that are, you know, very limiting beliefs that cause us to kind of want to curl up and hide and not expose ourselves. And I get it, you know, been there, that happens. You know, easier said than done. But I think this message here, what I'm hearing for you is, how can you just be a little more nice and kind to yourself? How can you call in a little bit more love and balance? How can you maybe slow down if you need to slow down? How can you soothe your inner child if you need to do that? Just what are some ways that you can really bring some love and harmony to yourself without judgment? You don't need to judge yourself about it, but just kind of feels like, you know, maybe there's been a little bit of pushing when your inner child has really been crying out that it needs a little bit of, you know, this temperance, love and care energy here. Okay, and then next, Six of Wands, the Star, and the High Priestess. So, I mean, talk about a great combination of cards. Okay, I mean, they're all great, but really high vibrational thing of cards right here. So we see you are, when you do this work, when you heal that inner child shit, you are going to feel proud. You're going to be recognized, even if it just starts with yourself. Even if it just starts with you giving yourself the validation you need, you are going to feel like, I'm in this parade, I am flying high, everybody's recognizing me, I feel proud about myself, right? Our inner world and our inner thoughts reflect back into the outer world. So if we feel shy or scared or like we're healing, maybe we turn inward a little bit. But when you do this work here, where you give space for yourself to show up, to heal, to work through your inner child stuff, and create a loving relationship with yourself again, this is how you're going to feel. Flying high, queen of the parade. Here's me on my horse. Look at my cool wreath. Everything's amazing. Okay? We just love that. And then look what happens. Wow, 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 wow. There's you flying high, being amazing. The Star is about our intuition. It's about our subconscious self. It's about feeling abundant. It's about feeling like a clear channel to messages that are for us. Combine that with the High Priestess. Very spiritually woke, I don't have a better word, very spiritually up there, very clear, very tuned in, knows what she wants to be doing, knows what she needs to be doing. I mean, just these three together, I feel like this is when you start to see yourself in a loving and abundant way. When you program your subconscious to do that, that's going to reflect into this High Priestess energy. You're going to be able to carry that. So I would encourage you this new moon, just write and think about how can I show up for myself better? What lies have I been telling about myself that aren't true anymore? How am I keeping myself small? How am I feeling like I can't, who am I if I let go of this story about myself? Who am I if I am not this, and this thing? Okay, so just really looking at that and really showing up for yourself, and then saying, how can I start to reprogram myself? How can I treat myself like that limiting belief is no longer true? How can I treat myself like I really believe I'm an abundant person who deserves the best? Because you do. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards. Amazing. Okay. I mean, this message, we'll start with these two because this is coming in really strong. Okay, so first, the Angel of Mercy. Divine mercy gives me the grace to be tender and accepting. I don't know if you can see that. The Angel of Mercy. Divine mercy gives me the grace to be tender and accepting. Okay, beautiful. And then we have this one, the front says, deconstructing doubt. And then only my beliefs are in the way. I don't think you'll be able to see that at all. Only my beliefs are in the way. This is amazing. Okay, so this is really saying that, well, actually these ones too, now that we're here. The Flamingo, Unity Heart, you're being called to work on collective healing. And then your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Okay, but we'll start with these ones. I mean, only my beliefs are in my way, and divine mercy gives me the grace to be tender and accepting. Hello. Okay, this is what we're talking about with this. This is exactly what we're saying. Only your beliefs are in your way of the abundance you want in your life. Only the beliefs are in your way of that you can't do it, that you aren't deserving, that you're not a match for it, that, and that's, again, easier said than done, but just knowing that that's true can kind of free you up already. And how do we heal our inner child? With divine mercy. Gives me the grace to be tender and accepting. So a lot of times if we have inner child wounding, we tend to judge ourselves as an adult for not being perfect or not having it all together, not doing the best thing or anything like that. But actually, instead of judging our adult selves, what is a better use of our energy is showing love and compassion for our inner child. It's showing, hey, I know you're not able to do this or this thing as an adult because of this instant from childhood, because of this limiting belief that was pushed on you. And when you show up with yourself with love and care and understanding in that way, that frees up, we're talking about with this, that frees up your intuition to grant you ideas, to give you options, which will again create a lot of abundance in your life. Okay, Flamingo, Unity Heart, you're being called to work on collective healing. So we're kind of at a stage in life right now where the earth is ascending. People are moving forward with their spirituality. People want to do the work. People want to be called into healing energy, which is great, because that energy is showing up for you. Again, if you've been resisting doing inner child work, resisting doing reprogramming, now's the time to do it. Okay, everybody wants to be the healer, everybody wants the fame, everybody wants the whatever from it, but unless you face your own demons and are honest about it, you can't teach what you haven't lived through. You can't teach if you haven't gone through hell and back to get there, if you haven't, extended your hand to yourself and made it real for you. So this is saying you are being called to work on collective healing. Collective healing starts with the self. Okay, just like with this card, what I heard with this message, you have to be your own biggest fan first. You have to love and support and care about yourself first. And then that's going to radiate out to the world. But if you're doing it from a place of to get that attention, it's never going to feel good for you because you're doing it for external circumstances. Okay, and then last card, your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Love this card, really beautiful. It's similar energy of, it's this person standing on a mountain, kind of like overlooking like all this beautiful space. Similar energy to the Page of Pentacles, right? It's kind of a person and they have like this whole backdrop around them to look and see. To me, this says, stop trying to act like you don't have something to give the world. Stop trying to act like there isn't something for you to give or create or put into this world, right? So artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Your life is a canvas. So again, this is 2 layers are going on here. You for yourself, you showing up for yourself, showing up for your own inner child, showing up for your own healing. And then also when you do that, that frees up and gives you space to think, okay, what can I offer the world? And this doesn't have to be a big, huge, like 100 million people support you and love you, right? It's like, what a unique community am I connected to that I can offer my gifts? What in my life was set up just so I have this unique experience for myself that can create abundance in the world and can create healing in the world? Okay, that's everything I have for you. I hope this serves you. Happy new moon. If you ever want any information about me or you want to purchase any of my books of poetry or work with me in any way, all of that is linked below. Thank you so much and have a happy new moon. Hi everyone, welcome if you pick group number 3 to your reading. Happy new moon in Capricorn. The new moon is a great time for you to just get clear about new energy you want to call in your life, new patterns you want to set, all of that. So I hope this serves you and can kind of be a jumping point for you to think about, what might resonate with you and what doesn't. This is a general reading, so don't get too hung up on the details, but if you found this even not on new moon in Capricorn, there might be a message here for you. Okay, so I'm going to do your tarot first and then we'll do your oracle cards. Okay, start off. Star in reverse. The Magician. 10 of Swords. Everybody loves that guy, huh? 9 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. Queen of Swords. 10 of Wands. The World. And Page of Wands. Okay, interesting. So what I'm seeing first with the Star in reverse, the Magician, 10 of Swords. This is, wow, I wish I could tell this message to every single person on the world. The Star in reverse, the Magician, 10 of Swords. So for me, the Star in reverse represents kind of like you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself. You don't have clear communication with your intuition. You don't have, you haven't done a lot of the deep healing work that you need to do. However, you are trying to create a reality and ignore this stuff, okay? And then that results in, look, you played yourself. That's what we got. Okay, so here, the Star in reverse and Magician, I'm seeing, like, you don't have to be perfectly healed to move forward with your life, but to me, this is very loud that you're ignoring something that you need to deal with, ignoring some red flags, ignoring a situation maybe that's not serving you, maybe it's a particular relationship in your life, ignoring something and still trying to move forward like, yes, everything's fine. I can create whatever I want, no problem, which you can. But if you have this bad toxic energy flowing into your life while you're doing this, it's going to catch up with you eventually. Right? You can't run away from this. So if you are just like, yeah, everything's fine, no problem, I'm going to keep moving forward, that's what's going to happen. Because you can manifest the whole world, you can manifest all the riches in the world, but if your inner world isn't dealt with, or if you have like a toxic relationship, or if you have a work environment or your home environment or something that's just like messing with your energy, you're never going to feel abundant. Even if you, again, are the magician and creating every single beautiful, amazing thing in the world. If you ain't right within, what? How are you going to win if you ain't right within? That's what we got from Lauryn Hill, right? So how can you have the whole world if this is what's going on? So I think the first thing this new moon is really telling you, take stock of your life, take inventory. How are you showing up for yourself? How are you not showing up for yourself? What are you kind of like excusing away over and over and over again to the point that you explode and you're so pissed and you're so like, a lot of times when we reach our end and we have a big explosion, it's because we've ignored so many things for so long that by the time we deal with it, it's like, oh yeah, this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing. So this is really saying, take stock of your life, take stock of what's going on, take stock of how you are not showing up for yourself. I mean, just a lot. There's a lot in here about, owning it, or else these little, right, death by 1,000 cuts, that's going to come up and bite you in the ass if you're ignoring a lot of those things. So just taking inventory, setting boundaries. We see that again here, the boundaries really, really reiterated with this. This is a strong message, that same energy I'm feeling on this one too, right? So 9 of Pentacles, pretty abundant. This lady strolling in her garden. She got a freaking bird, like everything's fine. How wonderful. And then this, oh, I don't know. I'm going to put my head in the sand, blindfold myself, look away, not pay attention, right? This moon on here signaling our subconscious. So she's not even paying attention to reality, right? Her eyes are closed. She's like holding two things, like maybe I could do this, maybe not. So you have this abundant life, but again, where are you lying to yourself? What doesn't feel good? And then to really emerge as the queen, right? 9 of Pentacles is great, but if you really want to emerge as the queen of your life, or king, or whatever gender you want, you have to set boundaries. You have to take the blindfold off here, and you have to pick one or the other sword. Okay, we'll say swords. You have to pick this sword with the 2 of Swords, and you have to set the boundary. You have to be responsible for yourself, and you have to understand the ways that you're lying to yourself, the ways that maybe you're letting yourself be a victim. And this isn't victim blaming, of course, but eventually when things are bad or uncomfortable, eventually we can't ignore the truth anymore. And that's what's coming up here. So whatever comes up for you while I'm talking, that's your body telling you this is the thing we need to relook at and set boundaries about. So, things are going along, everything's fine. But again, looking at what are the ways that you might be ignoring what you need to do for yourself. What are the ways you might be ignoring that you need to set a boundary? And then you can look how much free she looks, how much more free she looks in there, right? Wide open, ready to go, discernment, setting boundaries. We love to see it. So just getting very clear about the ways that you, with this new moon, asking myself, what am I allowing? I don't want to allow anymore. What is in my life that I've put up with or tolerated that I don't want to anymore? And again, a very beautiful transition right into this. When you get clear about you're working too hard, you're doing too much, you are, you are really harming yourself here, right? Look at the 10 of Wands. Look, working really hard, carrying too much, the weight of the world on your shoulders, whole burden inside yourself, just really putting yourself through a lot of stress that you don't need to be. So I think with both of these, it's really interesting because 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands are both about, being fed up. Look at this. This one you're literally dead from it. This one you're about to be, because who can carry that much, right? So this is literally just saying you've reached your end point many, many times, but you're still trying to move forward. You're still trying to, create something it's just not happening. And, very interesting here, I think. So, okay, I just got a lot at once. Let's just take a breath. So, 10 of Wands, the World, Page of Wands. Look at this guy. Look how smart. 1 wand. This guy, 10 wands, not so smart. He's literally carrying the weight of the world card on him. So you need to differentiate within yourself. What is mine to carry? What is not mine to carry? What do I need to work on? What do I need to release? What do I need to let go? And then when we look at the world with the Page of Wands, you will get the world when you just pick one. This is too many things. Too much. Pick one. Or two, or, but not this much, okay? This is really saying a lot of times we feel like we cling to options or choices because we're afraid and we're desperate and we don't trust God. If you don't trust God to bring you what's for you, of course you're going to cling to 10 things instead of focusing on the one thing that's for you. If you don't trust God, you don't trust the world to provide for you, to bring you abundance, of course you're not going to feel comfortable letting these things go because you're trying to control everything. So you have to get clear about, what am I doing too much of? What am I holding space for? What am I literally hurting myself carrying this much emotional or physical responsibility when I could have the world if I just focus on one thing? If you really believe that what is for you cannot miss you, then you would never do this. There's no need. Because the bright and perfect thing will be brought to you if you are just quiet and still enough and listen to your intuition. Okay, let's look at your oracle card. Okay. The Angel of Freedom. I am always free to choose love, independence, and creativity. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a message. I am always free to choose love, independence, and creativity. Fox, shadow work. There are no shadows without light. Weight, I can't believe this. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Weight of the world. I mean, I don't pick my cards in advance, so I'll just tell you that much. Okay. And exploring unity consciousness. I am one eternal light appearing as all. I am one eternal light appearing as all. So this, we'll start with these two. Okay. Weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. And this, I am one eternal light appearing as all. What did we just say? Weight of the world. Can you stop? This is very clear. I hope this is clear to you. I hope you put something down and stop trying to be responsible for everything around you now. Okay. And then I am one eternal light appearing as all. This is how you do that. If you understand you are connected to God and you are source energy incarnate and you are here with a bright and perfect, beautiful, exact plan for you with this, then it's easier to do this. It's easier to set boundaries when you believe that. And then here, the Angel of Freedom. I am always free to choose love, independence, and creativity. Again, beautiful. A lot of times when we were talking about when we reach our wits' ends with these things, it's not because we're bad or stupid. It's because we feel like we don't have any other choice. So we feel like, I'll let this person down if I do this, or if I leave this relationship, who am I? Romantic or platonic. If I set boundaries with this person, what's going to happen? If I leave this job, who am I? And obviously, there's a certain level that you have to survive. So I get it. But sometimes our identity and our attachment to things that are not good for us and our questioning of who am I without this thing, sometimes that can block us more than anything else. So just remember, the Angel of Freedom is here. I am always free to choose love, independence, and creativity. So you definitely can have the life you want. You're always free to start over, to start again. And just kind of examining, I think with this new moon, examining the ways that you're caught into those storylines that aren't serving you. The ways that you believe, oh, I have to do this, this, and this, or else. And obviously, again, there's certain times where that's true, but definitely not as much as our ego makes us think. The last one, Fox, shadow work. There are no shadows without light. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oops. I love this card because it's cute. And also, you know, anyone who tells you love and light and there's no shadow work is lying. Okay, and I, you know, even this reading, I sat here, I'm like, put this thing down, do this thing, reconnect with yourself. All easier said than done. Okay, setting boundaries can be a process. Knowing what to put down, knowing which things don't serve you anymore, healing this relationship with yourself. It can be painful. It's obviously worth it, or else I wouldn't be encouraging anyone to do it. But you have to face the parts of yourself that you don't like, that are uncomfortable, that you've disowned, if you want to move into abundance, right? So you can have an okay life if you don't do shadow work, but until you acknowledge that, you won't get that. So just remembering, you have to set limits. You have to say no. There are things that you have to look at and hold that are uncomfortable, but of course will always, always serve you in the long term. Okay, I hope this serves you. If you ever want more information about me, all of that is linked below. Thank you so much. Wish you a happy new moon and see you next time.